Tequila Army, General Agave, coming at you again. And I got Seth with us again today, so we're excited to have Seth with us today.
And I'm excited to be here.
Outstanding. Fresh off the farm.
Oh,
got a little sun today.
You can see that.
Yeah. Dig it. Lumber Seth. It's the hashtag Lumber Seth. So, with that in mind, guys, we are going to do a request. We've gotten a lot of requests on the videos to do.
Also a request from me.
There you go. To do some mixed drinks. As you guys know, in the Army, you know, I don't care how you drink your tequila. We're not going to judge in the Tequila Army. If you like to do the salt and lime, that's fine. If you like to sip it like I normally do, or if you like to mix drinks, by all means, to each his own. We're not going to be a judge on that. But today we're going to bring you 4 mixed drinks in this video today.
Yeah, we're excited. As you can see, there's going to be some exciting ones. I don't know if you can see in there, but there is a habanero pepper in there, so we know that's going to get interesting. We'll get to it.
Yeah. I didn't tell Seth this, but we got a treat for him with a habanero martini today. Using tequila as the spirit, we're going to use some Pasote today, which Reposado Pasote. This is about $50 a bottle here in Ohio.
Yep.
This is high quality, made with spring water. This is Tahone. This is a high quality product here.
Excited to try it.
I'm excited to have it as well, and we're bringing Dos Primos back to the channel again for some of our other, as a Blanco, Thomas Rhett's line, country musician Thomas Rhett. So we're bringing that back for some of these mixed drinks today as well. We're also going to be using some vermouth, some Q ginger beer. Not a sponsor of the channel, but by all means, Q, hit me up and we can make that work. I've been a big fan of Q's ginger beer. A lot of people are using Fever Tree out there, but the Q ginger beer is actually spot on. I hope you like it today.
I think it will. And also, don't forget the unsung hero, ice.
Ice needed for all of those mixed drinks. We also, instead of using things and when it calls for an orange liqueur and you're using Grand Marnier or Cointreau, to keep with the channel today, we're going to use the Patron Citron orange liqueur to substitute into some drinks today. So I will make sure that in the comments below, in the description below, I will leave details for all these drinks for any of you looking at making some of these on your own. But today's first drink, we're going to take a look at, actually involves these habanero peppers here. So we're going to get set up for that and get to it.
A few moments later.
Absolutely.
Alright, so let's...
So welcome back. So here's what we're going to start with here. We are making the habanero martini. As you can tell, it is garnished with an actual habanero in the glass.
That's real, folks. That's real.
Yeah, and Seth's going to find out later just how real it is when he sticks to the tradition at the end of this. After drinking this martini at the end, we are going to consume the habanero.
It has to be done.
Has to be done. So stay tuned for that. Do not go away.
Yes.
That is how today's episode is going to end. So first thing we're going to do, do you want to put some ice in that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Use your hands. Get in
All
there.
right, yeah.
You know, we've
We're
washed.
fully vaccinated and
washed. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And when he said fresh from the farm, hopefully that didn't involve messing around with any dung of any sort or fertilizers today.
No guarantees. All right.
So we're going to make 2 of these today. So obviously we want to get that ice in the shaker. And this is actually a very simple recipe. This is 1 part vermouth to 2 parts of your select Blanco that you want. So we're going to go 1 part on this end of a dry vermouth. For today we're using the Gallo. And since we are actually making 2 of these in this, we're going to double it up. Yep, we're going to go ahead and double that up.
The thing about mixed drinks too is when we're saying 1 part, 2 parts, you can scale that up to however many drinks you're making. It could be for 1 person, it could be for 2, 3, 4, it could be for a whole party. Just keep that 1 or 2 parts in front of mind.
Absolutely. And then, like I said, we're going with the Dos Primos here. The 2 cousins, right? 2 cousins. Thomas Rhett and his cousin Jeff Warren, I believe,
that's right.
are behind this brand. And I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen the videos on that, by all means, check those out.
Very good tequila.
So we got that in there. We're going to give this a heck of a shake here. Absolutely. You can give it a good shake. Get it all over my house. I don't see the strainer bias here, so we're going to have to old school strain this like a real bartender, right? So I'm going to pull the rubber off this glass here. We don't need no rubber to protect us. We're going to break glass right into our drinks. Yeah, you heard me right.
I did.
You heard me
Sadly.
right. And then let's see if I can get that without the strain the normal way here, right? The old school way.
Well, have you bartended before?
I have. I spent some time in the bar industry.
I can see that.
All right.
All right.
Don't try that yet.
I'm not going to try it.
Do not try it. So the real key with this drink, guys, is number one, you want to shake it. You want to get a little bit of cloudiness in there. I don't know if you can see that. This is not a stirred martini. This is shaken, and like I said, this is using Blanco instead of that traditional gin or vodka martini.
Yeah.
Here we are with the tequila. So what we're going to want to do with this is we're going to let this sit, because the real key to making this drink is to let it sit.
Yep.
Let that habanero marinate in there. Let those flavors
Perfect.
infuse, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come back at the end of the video, we're going to drink this, and then we're going to end by eating the habanero.
Excellent.
He did not know he signed up for that today, so stay tuned.
1 hour later.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Here we go. So next on our agenda today, and the first one we're going to try on camera for you here, is we're going to make an El Diablo. So the origin of this El Diablo is...
not to be confused with the Taco Bell hot sauce.
No Taco Bell hot sauce involved in this beverage today. However, you're going to wish that it was in the habanero instead of the habanero at a later point in this episode. So we're talking a drink that actually goes back to having its origins in 1946, the El Diablo. So this was originally in Trader Vic's 1946 TV book on food and drink, and that's the oldest that I can find on it. So with this, we're going to be using a high quality reposado here. So
I'm excited to try this.
Yeah, I really recommend, if you can afford it and you have a reposado that's your go-to, by all means use it, right? That's only going to impart that flavor that you like straight into the drink itself. So we're going to use that. You want to load us up with some ice to get started here?
Let's do it.
Sure. So,
some heroes, I like to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. And then we've got our wonderful spherical ices in the glass here as well.
Right.
Go ahead and double that up.
All right.
You get a lot of ice in that glass there. So that'll work. Now you're good. All right. So, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit it with the reposado here. For this one,
you're freshly opening that bottle.
I did. Yep. Just broke that seal.
What type of cork we got?
You got a small on that. It is actually a plastic cork.
Synthetic cork.
Synthetic cork.
Aren't they all these days?
It seems like most of them are going that way. But all in all,
It gets the job done. But you like to see the classic cork on there.
So traditionally, we're going to go a little higher here because I'm making 2, but normally this is about 1.5 ounces of reposado. So we're looking at 2.5 ounce pour here. So let's get a little bit more in here. We'll get this rock and roll. And actually, I'll keep going. Can't go wrong with a little extra reposado, right?
Better too much than too little. Yeah.
We'll go ahead and pour that there. And then for every 3 parts of the reposado, you're going to look at 1 part of a creme de cassis.
Yep.
So we're going to get that in there at that 1 part. We're going to
now,
be good
for
there.
the folks who might not know, what is a creme de cassis?
Tell them.
I don't know. I knew I would say it.
Exactly, and most people don't, so I'm really glad you asked that, right?
Yeah.
So creme de cassis is actually a black currant-based liqueur. It's not used in a lot of different things, so it's really unique that we're going to be using it here. It's got a really, really nice taste. As a matter of fact, if you want it, take a look, get a little on the cap there, on the top.
I will give this a taste. I wouldn't recommend this at your local bar, but we're here, so it's fun.
And then we've got some fresh squeezed lime juice here as well, which is going to be the equal part, really sweet, huh?
Very sweet, very powerful. Yep.
Yep, equal parts to the creme de cassis that we're going to put in that. And then this is going to be topped with the ginger beer, but we're going to give this one a good shake. You got to shake the last one, so I'm going to give it a go on this one. You can already see some color entering that beverage. So this should be a very pretty drink here that we're going to do. And like I said, this is going to be topped then with the ginger beer at the end.
As a floater?
Yeah. It calls for about 4 ounces of ginger beer on the top of this. As you can tell, we got some really nice color there already.
That does look good.
Yeah.
Might have to order this next time I'm out and about.
Yeah. You got to find a bartender who knows what they're doing.
Well, after this, I'll be able to tell them,
Exactly. And then you're going to go ahead and...
Crack this open?
Yeah, crack open that ginger beer. Once again, this is cubed.
Should I just top them off?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. How much approximately?
Split the can.
All right.
So this is a 7.5 ounce can. It calls for about 4 ounces with the normal recipe here, so we're good, right? We're a little shy on that ginger beer. But I want you guys to take a look at that.
Wow, that looks good.
This is actually garnished here with a nice
little
lime wedge, right?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Get a look at that.
Really nice color of this. It's kind of a pinkish purplish hue, right?
It's got a good smell to it as well.
Yeah. So you guys asked for it. Make sure you drop down in the comments what you think about it, and let's give this a try. Seth, let's cheers, man.
That is good. This is reminiscent to me of a gin drink.
I think
almost
that's
like a Moscow Mule, but it's not there. But it has the same qualities.
sure, and that's coming through from the ginger beer.
Yep.
Yep, ginger beer is a common ingredient there in the Moscow Mule, so it's going to bring that.
But it's
flavor
not
profile with it.
a Moscow Mule. But if you haven't had this before, I think when you drink it, that's what you're gonna think. It's
Yeah.
good. It's very good.
Yeah, I actually really, really like this drink.
Yeah.
I'm sitting out on the patio on a nice summer day.
Yeah.
Really refreshing to it. This ginger beer, I'm telling you guys, you don't get this from every ginger beer.
No.
This Q is, as it says on the can, spectacular. It really gives a fizz. You can almost feel this ginger beer in your nose.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
It's crazy. It's got a real nice kick to it.
Wow. I like this drink, I gotta say.
Yeah, and don't let the name confuse you, right? El Diablo, everybody thinks it's coming at you hot.
It's not hot. It's not
The
hot.
spice out of this is only coming from the ginger beer.
Yeah, and it's not like it's a heat. It's like I don't know how to describe it, but it's not a burning heat.
It's like a weird effervescence that comes through,
absolutely.
right?
But it's not something you're gonna be like trying to drink water afterwards. It is very good. I
Yeah,
would
I
recommend
don't-
this drink.
I don't want to set this down.
No.
And you guys know I'm a sipper.
Yeah.
I
I might
don't
have to
set
chug
this
this one down. Now, I would recommend next time you're out in the bar, out at a restaurant, ask for an El Diablo and see what they say. If they can make this for you, you're not going to be disappointed.
Absolutely. Well, with that, we've got other drinks to try here, Seth.
Sure do.
So,
3 days later.
all right, welcome back, guys. Here we go on to cocktail number 3, the second one we're going to be trying for you because we're saving that habanero martini for last as it's sitting over there marinating.
They save the worst for last.
Oh, yeah, that's what they always say. So, like most mixed drinks, guys, we're going to start with a glass full of water, or a glass full of frozen water.
It's going to be water at some point. But this is ice. As you can see, we're on our second cocktail.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're just going to go ahead and fill this up. Plenty of ice. You want it nice and chilled. Again, this isn't going to be necessarily watery down the drink because it's more of a mixer to get it nice and cool.
Sure, and it does impart some of that and take a little bit of that edge off, especially when you shake or even if you stir, you are imparting some of that water in there and diluting the drink.
Yep.
But most drinks account for that. So when it says make with a full glass of ice, you should be making that with a full glass of ice.
You should
That's
be
why.
putting no ice in there, otherwise the drink's not going to taste the same.
Yeah,
Yep.
if you've ever tried like a rum and coke, it's always on ice. Try without ice and everything tastes flat and odd, right? That ice actually does impart a lot to this drink. So for this, we're making a passion. This is going to be 2 parts tequila, 3 parts cranberry juice, 1 part lime juice. We're going to shake it, and then we're actually going to use this wonderful Patron Citronge, orange liqueur, in the glass itself.
That's a real cork right there.
This is a real cork from
Patron does. All their corks are real.
Absolutely. So instead of using like a Grand Marnier or a Cointreau, I went with the Patron Citronge, a nice orange liqueur here. With it is also tequila based. So the recipe for this normally would call for maybe a martini glass, something like that. We're using these wonderful little rocks glasses here with some ice spheres in there. And instead of just lining the glass, what I did is I poured that in there to get us started. And now we're going to go ahead and mix up this cocktail.
Should I mix this?
Absolutely, let's do it.
First one, all right. You're going to have to tell me what to mix here, but I'll be happy to do it.
Sure. Big side,
All right.
filled with cranberry.
Big side. You tell how much he thinks of me.
Absolutely.
That's the big side. All right.
Big side cranberry, go ahead and hit that twice with the cranberry.
Yep.
And for our tequila today, we are going to use the Casa Dragones Blanco. You want to use a Blanco for this recipe. A lot of people refer to this drink actually as a tequila version of a Cosmopolitan, right? So we're going to go ahead and go with the Casa Dragones. Not a personal favorite of mine.
Neither of mine. In fact, I actually think it's a great candidate for a mixed drink because I do not like the flavor of it on its own.
Yeah, and normally I recommend going with what you like the best in some of your drinks. However, you guys know that sometimes you save something just to use as a mixer. And at $90 a bottle, a lot of people don't use this as a mixer, but I think it actually makes a better mixer than drinking straight.
Here in the Tequila Army, oftentimes we have tequila that we try, we don't always like, and this This is a great opportunity to get rid of it. So we're gonna try these mixed drinks. All right.
Sure.
How many bigs? How many littles here?
All right. So for this one, do 1 1/4 bigs.
All right, that we can do. And we're going in. Look at that. That's one. That's about a half, but
And then
that's
flip
fine.
it over. Use 1 full on the lime juice.
All right. Going left-handed here, as you can see. Out of my comfort zone.
He's ambidextrous. Is that what it is?
I
Right?
think it's ambidextrous, but
Something like that.
yeah, it's close enough.
We'll count it.
All right, lime juice is in.
Well, you're going to give this one a good shake. Come on now. Lumber Seth, let's get this going. Hashtag Lumber Seth in the comments below.
You liked it. There's something about that.
That's a nice ring.
That's a nice ring to it.
Absolutely. All right. And then if you want to strain that out equally over top of those glasses, go for it.
Well, I
He's
would
going
love
to be
to.
a regular bartender by the time we're done here.
Yep, look out. Oh, that is a good color, I gotta say. That cranberry juice, I guess it's primarily the cranberry juice is what gives it that color.
Yeah. Go ahead. What are you leaving stuff in the glass
No,
for?
it's,
Put that in there. And guys, I'm garnishing here with just a simple lemon twist. That'll work.
That's
So we're
beautiful.
throwing that simple lemon twist in the glass. It's going to get just a little bit of the oil from that lemon is going to come through. Very similar in color to the Diablo we just had. However, it's a little bit more pink. Huh?
Yeah, and it's going to be very different in flavor.
Yeah, I agree with that. And once again, this is oftentimes referred to as the tequila's version of the Cosmo.
You get a good, I like that smell.
Huh. Yeah, it's not a bad smell.
Think it? All right.
Yeah, little cheers.
That is good. That is very good.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this is a great way to use the Casadrodonis.
It accents the drink very well.
It actually, yeah, it's not noticeable at all. It's not like we're drinking alcohol here at all. I don't taste any tequila.
This would be an excellent summer refresher out on the patio in the sun. It doesn't taste like it's a heavy alcohol feel at all. Very refreshing, very light.
Yeah, very light, very refreshing. The cranberry, you get a little bit bitterness on the back of your tongue coming from that cranberry.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit of that lemon rind. Yeah. But it's very good.
Yeah, I can see why women love Cosmos. Don't know if I should have said that on camera.
It would take me no time.
Why?
I can see why I love them.
Mm-hmm.
It would take me no time at all. I could have drank this entire thing by now. You put a straw in this and keep them coming, it's lights out.
Very, very true. Lumber Seth loves his Tequila Cosmos.
I do.
Of course, we call them a passion, right?
Yeah.
And as always, guys, I'm going to
It's
put
always
the
been a
details down
passion
below.
of mine.
Nice. The details in the description on how to make these at home are going to be down in the comments below or in the description below. So make sure you also click that like and that subscribe.
And you're going to want to look at this one because I'm telling you, no matter who's out there, if you like tequila, if you don't, you're going to like this drink. It's going to be a great mixed drink. You can make a picture of it, make a glass, entertain the party, entertain the family, entertain yourself, whatever you need to do.
Especially as we're in the middle of summer.
Yeah, seriously.
This is definitely, it's very refreshing. I could see ourselves sitting out on the outside of the patio in the heat.
Couple of steaks.
Couple of steaks on the grill.
Yeah.
Couple of beautiful ladies, our wives and significant others by our side.
Absolutely.
Enjoying heck, make this as a picture. What the hell?
Yeah, why not?
So, definitely satisfying. So, with that, we've got more to do.
We will. We will
All
be
right.
back.
So we'll be right back.
All right.
Many months later.
All right, Tequila Army, we're back for the third trying. You've seen us make 3 drinks already. This is the third one we're going to be trying. We're saving that habanero martini still for the last. So
I can't
stay
wait.
tuned.
It's been marinating for
For a little while now, right? As
a
we're
little
working on
while.
this.
It's gonna be a hot summer gun.
Yep. So what we're going to do now, Seth, is we're going to try a Brave Bull. Yeah. The Brave Bull goes
Was
back
that your
to...
nickname back in high school?
That was my nickname in high school. Brave Bull. Not sure why, but it was.
So what's this
Well,
drink?
That's what all the kids called me. They were like, Brave Bull, Lumber Seth. Even though we were maybe 20 years apart in high
Yeah.
school and he was homeschooled and I actually went to high school. It'd be more awkward if his name would have been Brave Bull.
Very true. Very true.
But anyway, we're going to go with the Brave Bull here. This this is oftentimes used as a dessert drink, right?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about some coffee here. If you can't tell in the glass here, you're going to notice the spheres are not clear. They're actually brown because these spheres were made with some espresso.
Which we need right about now.
Absolutely. So this drink should wake you up. And as you can tell based off of that, this is a coffee theme. So we got Kahlua, which is kind of a rum coffee liqueur out of Mexico. And we are going to continue the theme of getting rid of our Casa Dragones. And we're going to use it here as well.
We're just using up. It's a little sad how quickly we're trying to use up this $90 bottle of tequila, but sadly, it has to be done.
I even actually took away the jigger on this one, right?
Yeah.
So for this one, it's actually pretty simple. You're going to want 2 parts tequila to 1 part Kahlua.
Even I can do that, man.
Sure. So go ahead and try and eyeball that one. Woo! Holy bejesus, slow it down on that there.
You said 2 to 1, right?
There you go. All right. 2 to 1. 1 part, I'll do the 1 part of Kahlua. I got to now match that, right?
Took the easy job. That was not
That was not 1 part. There we go. All right. Didn't think you were going so big and strong there on that tequila.
You said 2 to 1.
Sure, and then this is simply just stirred, right? We're going to
stir
this.
Not shaken. No one's James Bond here.
Yep. So we're going to
I'm
go ahead and
probably
stir
closest.
these drinks. Yeah. Hashtag Bond Seth. Or hashtag Seth out on Bond. We don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe. So we go ahead and stir
After
this
drinking
one.
this.
Yeah. By the way, drink responsibly out there,
please.
guys. We don't want anyone going home on Bond tonight.
Yeah.
So this is obviously going to be heavy coffee flavored, right?
Oh yeah, that's all
So-
you get when you get the initial on the nose here. All you're thinking iced coffee.
Yeah.
All day long.
Absolutely. So this is kind of a tequila version of a Black Russian.
Yep.
Basically. So we're talking Kahlua and tequila. Basically, use whichever Blanco you prefer. Sticking with our theme, Casa Dragones is going out the door in this house.
Yeah.
Not a big fan.
Right.
I do recommend though, if there is a Blanco out there that you really like, you're probably going to prefer it in this drink. However, what I found so far with Casa Dragones is it hides really well in mixed drinks. It actually works pretty well in mixed drinks.
Shall we?
All right, we shall. Here we go. Oh wow. That face is amazing.
I think I took a bigger sip than my friend here, so that's why I had that reaction. But that is a good drink.
I don't know, my glass is almost empty.
Well, it was the initial sip is obviously the most determining factor.
So yeah,
That's very good.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. That is absolutely. If you like coffee,
You will like that. And if you like tequila, because the tequila is no stranger in this drink. I don't think so. Obviously, it is. You saw me pour the tequila. You saw me drink the tequila. Also, it's
Pour
Casa
the tequila.
Dragones here, which is not my favorite. It's not my favorite tequila. I think we could probably find a better mixer. All right, he drank that right down. It's a good drink, especially if you like coffee and you like to drink. You're gonna like this mixer.
I didn't give that espresso sphere any time to melt, to be honest with you. That actually, I think the Kahlua and the tequila balance so well in that.
Very true.
That if you are a fan of a Black Russian, you're going to really like the Brave Bull.
Yeah. I
This
think
really, as a matter of fact, because we had so much sweet prior to this, this really, I think, was a nice break from the sweet that we got in the previous drinks. When we had the El Diablo, when we had the Passion, there was a lot of sweet, a lot of fruit forward.
Yeah.
This doesn't have that. I imagine if you added maybe a little cream in there, you could probably get away with kind of turning it into a mix on a White Russian and maybe cutting some of that edge. But I'll be honest, this surprised me because I'm not a coffee drinker, but I actually really enjoyed this.
I like that coffee flavor. If you're somebody who maybe doesn't like that alcohol flavor as much, you could cut down a little bit on the 2 to 1 factor and make it a little more consumable for yourself. But this is a very good mixture, and it's so simple too. And you don't need the espresso. You don't need the espresso ice cube in there. You can put a regular ice cube. You can put no ice cube.
That was just me being fancy, guys.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I've got these wonderful sphere molds, and we're going to do a coffee drink. Why don't I actually do some coffee spheres? And it worked. And you can actually do that same thing when you're making any mixed drink. If you want to add fruit juice, you can by all means freeze some fruit juice into some ice cubes. Use that in your drinks. It kind of elevates things to that next level. You can even do that with some herbs, right? So if you are looking at infusing maybe some herb water, some rose water, some rosemary water, you can actually put that right into your ice cube trays, freeze that, and use that in your mixed drinks.
One of my favorite things to do if I'm not drinking tequila, got a cube of cranberry juice or orange juice, put that in the glass, a little vodka over that, sip on that all night long, you're good to go.
I don't know what that word is. But with that, we've got one more to try, and I know you guys have all been hanging in there for it, so get ready. It's coming up next.
I can't wait.
One eternity later.
All right, Tequila Army, we are back, and we have got that drink we started at the beginning. Again, this is simply just...
Do you see this?
Los Primos.
I'm surprised it's not burning right now.
I know. Los Primos tequila and some dry vermouth. This is a habanero martini.
Also, don't forget the milk. That is for post-drinking here.
As we said early on, at the end, we have got to eat the habanero, right?
It's rite of passage.
So we do have this milk on standby just in case. We've also got that pitcher of water in my wife's wonderful Tivana thing here.
Yep.
It only gets used for videos here for the Tequila Army. And once again, this is this Dos Primos tequila that I'm a big fan of.
I like the Dos Primos as well. I mean,
I think hashtag Lumber Seth is coming around here.
Yeah. It's not my favorite. As you know, my favorite is probably Clase Azul, maybe Don Julio. I really like those types of tequila. But this is not bad. And
for a Blanco,
if you tune into our last video, I rated this one pretty high in considering. So I'm glad to have it in this cocktail.
You actually had it. Oh, I don't want to say that, but you had it in a good spot there in that wine tasting. If you haven't seen that video, check that one out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by all means, let us know down below when you tried these mixed drinks what you think and what your reaction was to seeing both of us eat this habanero at the end. So hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and here we go. Let's give this a try.
Let's give it a taste.
So this is the habanero martini, guys.
And bear in mind, this has been sitting for probably about a good 20.
We're talking about an hour now.
About an hour. About an hour.
So
we mixed this drink first, as you saw, and then we had several other drinks in between when we mixed this drink and when we're drinking this drink. So the habanero has had time to marinate and develop within this cocktail. So here we go.
So cheers to that.
It's pretty mild.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. For those of you out there who are fans of a dry martini, you're going to like this drink.
Very dry.
The habanero is pretty much absent still an hour in.
Yeah.
Very, very faint. But it does have that dry vermouth kick that your dry martini is going to
Now, if you wanted to, obviously we're going to eat this habanero, but if you wanted to get a little more heat into that cocktail, you could muddle this habanero, and that would kind of induce some of the heat into the cocktail. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want some heat, you could do it.
Yeah, you could absolutely do that. You could even maybe rim the glass with your favorite hot sauce and then like a smoked paprika rim, something to give it that little different edge.
Yeah.
You could do all of those unique things to this drink itself. But just as it is, it really drinks like a dry martini.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, we use the Los Primos here, and I can't tell there's tequila in this drink when I drink it. It just tastes like a regular... really, it tastes more like a vodka martini than a gin martini.
On that second drink, not to the liquors, but to the habanero, I'm starting to get a faint burn of that habanero. And for those of you who enjoy habanero products, it's not an immediate hit like a habanero hits you. It is a kind of a growing heat.
Yeah. I think this is the bottom of our 4 drinks today when it comes to enjoyment.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I mean, if you like a dry martini, this might be your number 1. But for me,
no. If I'm talking about a cocktail, well, obviously we know. I like tequila, straight shot, lime. Let's get on with our night. But if we're talking about mixed drinks,
what do you mean by get on with your night, Seth?
Well,
Seth, why don't you explain that for the camera there?
I mean, on to the next tequila.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Yeah. I don't like to slow down the cocktail, you know what I'm saying? So this, to me, slows it down, and I don't enjoy it. So I wouldn't recommend it, but you should try it. I mean, as we say in the Tequila Army, enjoy tequila however you want, whether it's in a martini-type form, whether it's the shot and a lime, whether it's sipping on it on an ice cube, whatever you want.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, if you enjoy this, by all means, tell us why down in the comments below. If you are a dry martini drinker, whether that's gin or whether that's vodka,
you will like this.
Drop that down below. Yeah, I think you're going to like it. If you like a simple dry martini, I think you will enjoy this. I think the Los Primos actually brings a little bit of sweetness to this that you might not anticipate, but that's drowned out by the vermouth substantially. So it's definitely.
And if you do make this, make sure you dip your. Well, let me move my.
Are you teabagging your habanero over
I am.
there?
Make sure you dip this habanero numerous times in the beverage before you consume it.
I'm not sure why, but yeah, let's do that.
All right.
It's been floating in it for an hour. So now we're at the part you all have been waiting for,
Yep.
where we're going to actually eat this habanero, and you're going to see what happens on this film.
And we already hate ourselves for it.
Yeah.
We're gonna be taking the next 5 days off.
We've got some water,
we got some milk.
we've got some milk, we've got some toilet paper on standby upstairs.
It's gonna be hot. All right, ready? Take it.
Here we go. First of all, let me tell you guys, if you haven't had habanero, they're a lot more fruity than you might think right out the gate. Especially if you're eating that bottom half of that habanero. A lot more fruity than you might think. Lumber Seth over here is struggling.
No, I'm not struggling at all. I mean, it's.
Sure.
Well, also, could you hold up your habanero, please, General?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. You saw that. I took a significantly larger bite than he did, but it's got some heat to it. It's extremely.
Gonna be okay?
Absolutely.
Not gonna lie. The hiccups are kicking in.
It's hot. It's very hot.
Oh yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
No? Not a fan. Lumber Seth is anti habanero.
It's extremely hot.
I'm going for the milk. This is what you all tuned in for. Make sure you're hitting that like.
Don't eat the habanero in the habanero martini.
In the what? Guys, I'm loving every second of this.
It's really hot.
I'll be honest, it gets you in the back of the throat.
It's getting me in the ears.
In the ears?
It's way too hot. Don't do it.
Tequila Army, I've already finished my glass of milk, and I'm going to the water. Milk is supposed to be the go-to, but I'm going to be honest here, in the end, this water is actually feeling a little bit better. Doing all right there, Lumber Set? This is no organic apple. This is hot-ass habanero.
It's very hot.
It is.
It is.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying it's. I think the cocktail's great. That's too fucking hot.
So yeah. So what we recommend is definitely, if you're going to have this as the exit stage right here, if you're going to have this as a martini, by all means enjoy it. Enjoy the flavor that's imparted by marinating it. But in the end, I don't recommend eating it. Just use it as a pretty garnish and move on. So as always, Tequila Army is General Agave with a tear running down signing off. Go on out and try tequila and let us know down in the comment what you thought of these mixed drinks. Thanks a lot, and goodbye.
Thousands of tears later.